It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
Obviously not taking a break right now, just waiting on pre-roll ads to get out of the way. Benchy, hi. Designed by Joe, hello, happy Friday, welcome in. Happy Friday, dude. Looks like the ads are in progress, so we'll be getting started once those are done. About a minute 20 on the ads, it looks like. Gotta make sure Jeff Bezos gets his money. I hear he needs it. Somebody's got to pay for his 7 bathrooms, you know? You need 7 bathrooms when you're so full of shit. right, Joe? Yeah. 30 seconds.
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
All right. I'm back from the dead. We're here. Happy Friday, guys. Welcome in. Getting things finished up today, finally, huh? We've only been working on this thing all summer long. And today is the finale. We're gonna be dressing the base. Getting that all finished up. I think I have everything handy here. And then last but not least, we'll get the Jerboa mounted and we'll be finished. First things first, we're going to do the top stuff. Then we'll cut out the felt, get that attached to the bottom, do any trimming that's necessary. And then we'll be getting the Jerboa on. And I'll be using a quick hold epoxy for that, and probably a little bit of adhesive caulk on the underside of his feet there, just for some added adhesion. Our cactus, I don't want to attach it with super glue because super glue I feel like is not reliable. That being said, we may do a combination of adhesive on that. The quick hold epoxy in the hole, and then maybe run some hot glue around the edge for the gray moss that I have, and then put the cactus in place. Give it some extra adhesion, because this doesn't dry instantly. It takes like 2 hours. But the hot glue can hold it in place, and this can secure it finally. I think that's the plan. Gonna be a great feeling to be done. Major accomplishment. Yes. We'll talk about some things after finishing this project. I think I might take a few days next week. I haven't decided 100% yet. And as far as the future of the stream goes, I'm eliminating the schedule entirely. It's just not worth it to me to try to push and stress myself out over the schedule. Like, we've talked about it. I'm fully aware that sometimes you just need to take a day, and unfortunately I feel like I've had to take more days than I care to. And it stresses me out even more. It just adds on top of it, you know, because I hate canceling the stream. I hate rescheduling. I like to have consistency, and when I don't, it really bothers me. And I think it would be better for me to just stream when I feel like it. And that's not to say that there's going to be much change, you know, per se. I'll probably still stream on the same days, the same amount of time. But I'm not going to feel bad if I can't. You know what I mean? In addition to that, you know, I love, you guys know, we've talked about it. I really enjoy my time here on stream, hanging out with you guys. But I don't think I need to explain how deflating it is when I push through, you know, when I don't feel like streaming, but I push myself to do it anyways because I feel like that's a good thing. But then I do, and then like nobody's here, and it's super deflating, you know. It feels like why did I even push myself? And it is what it is. Look, I'm not complaining. It does not elude me that I'm pretty fortunate for just starting out. I'm doing really well considering. So I don't take it for granted. I certainly appreciate the support that the stream has gotten, and I do hope you guys understand where I'm coming from on that. I get it I'm very goal oriented. I like to work towards an objective, and sometimes I get a little bit carried away with that. And you know, I wanted to build this into something tangible. And I think at the end of the day, I just need to focus on having fun with the art. Because even if I get to like some of the top tier levels where we see other people in this genre, like, it's not sustainable, man. It's just not, and not the way that this platform operates. And there's no sense in killing myself trying to meet an objective that isn't, one, really that attainable, and two, even if I get there, it's like it's an awful lot of time and energy invested into something that I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. You know what I mean? Rather than just enjoying what I'm doing. So I think that's going to be the focus, moving forward, and just having fun with it, man. That's all. Twitch has a habit of moving the goalpost on occasion. Just have fun. The rest is gravy. Yeah, and the way that Twitch is operating lately, I wouldn't I wouldn't put money on Twitch being around several years down the road, quite honestly. And it would be foolish to ignore those signs and invest much in this platform. So I'm just gonna have fun with it and continue doing the YouTube stuff on the side. Quite frankly, it's harder to break through that barrier on YouTube, but if you do, it's far more sustainable than this, in my opinion. So, it is what it is. I really enjoy the live streaming aspect. When I did the YouTube content strictly, like, it was fun. I could put on movies or watch, YouTube, put on a playlist of my subscription feed or whatever, music, whatever I wanted to do, and just sit down and sculpt. And that was fun, but it's definitely a lot more fun to have the engagement and the conversations that we have here and to hang out with you guys. And so, I'm going to continue doing that. I'm just going to kind of change my focus a bit and drop some of those goals and just focus on what I'm here for, what I'm actually here for, I guess I should say. So, and I do apologize in advance. You can probably hear it in my voice. It's it's probably going to be a bit low energy today. I'm feeling super rough. It's not uncommon the day after a day like yesterday. Anybody with an anxiety disorder can probably understand the impact of all of that adrenal fluid and everything else. It kind of feels like after a bad day, it feels like you just kind of got hit by a bus. And I am certainly there, but we're going to finish this and we're going to have fun with it. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to put on, if you're watching the VOD, feel free, of course, to put on whatever music you so choose. Sit back, relax, enjoy. Today, we are going to listen to, what are we listening to? Do we want to listen to classic summer rock? Do we want to listen to my mix? 80s, 90s? Any preferences? 90s? Oop, 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 oop. We're going to make sure we shuffle this. Let me go to the playlist. Maybe. There we go. All right. Shuffle. Apparently we're starting off with some Savage Garden. Listen to pretty much everything but twangy country. Yeah, same. I like dark country, like some of the dark country, I guess. Like the Jason Isbell's pretty good. What's that new kid's name? Benchi, that younger kid? Does that shit, what's his name? Super good. He's a Navy veteran. I can't think of his name, but he's excellent. But yeah, I know what you mean, Joe. I'm kind of the same way. I listen to pretty much anything. I'll even listen to some classical, some jazz, all that good stuff, but no country for me. I can get down with a little bit of bluegrass sometimes, though. I don't know who you're referring to. Yeah, I can't think. Let me hold on. I'm gonna look it up real quick because I can't think of his name, and he's worth checking out, truly. Zach Bryan? Yeah. Something in the Orange is a pretty popular song of his. Yeah, here, hold on one second. This guy. thing. But yeah, Zach Bryan is his name. Worth checking out, even if you don't like country. Wouldn't classify that as country. Yeah, it sounds more folky than country to me. Like he's classed as country, but I feel like it's a pretty broad spectrum. All right. Let's go over here. I think we should probably start with the cactus. Which we have. Let me get my moss. It's over by my desk here. Hold on. I've got this box thing. Are you sick? There's that little shit. I had 2 of them. Look what I found. No, we don't have roaches. This is a feeder roach. I thought I caught it. I thought I got him yesterday when I was feeding the bearded dragon. Because a couple got out of the bowl, but I guess I missed one. Ah! That's kind of funny. Hey, Brooke. Happy Friday. Got your tabs. Still Bruce is done. Wanted to show my love and support for you. Hey, I appreciate it. Bruce is wanting to know if he can put you on as visuals so he can watch the process, then raid into you. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I have a bearded dragon, right? And to feed him, I have a roach colony, and it's in a big tub in my closet, and this was sitting next to it. And Saturdays are roach days, roach feeding day for the bearded dragon, and I throw them in a little bowl, and a couple of them got out yesterday, and apparently I missed one. Hiding in the moss. Yeah, I'm gonna place this. Let's get this green out of here. Menchie, should we? This stuff's pretty fluffy, man. Holy crap. Should I do any of this on here, maybe? Why is this so? It's so squishy. Hey, Bruce. Yeah, finishing this guy up finally, huh? Was wondering what I missed. I went to get more zucchini. Yeah, I opened up the moss and one of Kaida's roaches was hiding in here. Hello! Who is that? Gran, what's up, man? Happy Friday. I almost need like, you know what? Let me bring my trash can over here. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh. I don't know. I'm not sure if we'll use this. What did I? Menchie, what do you? Should we use some of this moss? What do you think? Yeah, at work? Yeah, hopefully it goes quick for you. Why not? Yeah, we'll take a look. We'll see. I didn't even think about that moss. Okay. Let's get this stuff moved. And let me plug in the hot glue gun. Let that heat up. I need this thing to stay down. I don't like that. I'll just press that for a few. But yeah, again, apologies for the low energy today, guys. I'm doing my best. Just feeling pretty rough after yesterday, you know. I wonder if I spritz this. Acid Rose 94, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It's going pretty well. Getting ready to finish up a project that we've been working on here on stream pretty much all summer long. And let's go ahead and separate some of this. Kind of see how I want to place this, you know. Essentially, I just kind of wanted to. It would probably be best to just kind of maybe stick it in there. And we'll just kind of like do a little bit of placement here before we start attaching anything with adhesive, you know. Hello, welcome in. Sorry if I stink. I haven't had hot water over a week and no water for some of that duration. Oh, wow. Well, that sucks, man. What the heck's going on? Trying to open this up without destroying it, but that might not be an option. Oh, it has perforation on the back. Well, too late now. How the hell do you get these off? Let's just pop it off here. Hey, that works. Look at that. Might be awful close to the foot. Are these? Might do. Might do another one over here just to kind of balance it, but that'll be probably it. Hey. Dragon Skullin, what's up, man? Welcome in. Sorry, guys, I'm really struggling to keep up with chat today. If I missed you, I do apologize. Just shout at me. You know what? I think those are going to work out pretty well, actually. Kind of like that. Let's set this aside. Like you're making a Zen garden? What's up, Red Ticket? And let's see, infrastructure maintenance, but geyser conked out while it was empty. Oh no. Well, yeah, hopefully they get that fixed soon, man. That's no fun. I still want to know if the song's really about peaches. I don't think it is. I think this is an innuendo. I'll Google it. Yeah, I think that'll do. I mean, we don't want it to be neat. It's like scraggly bits hanging out of the cactus growth, right? So that works. I just want it to kind of be balanced a little bit more. He said while talking about the chaos of nature. On a page-long essay on Reddit about someone explaining the song is about lady parts. That's what I thought. a page-long essay. Let me write this long essay, long-form essay, about how the Presidents of the United States song Peaches is actually good write-up, but wasn't that obvious? Let me switch cameras. Oh, it was already on that camera. I'm sorry. I give you guys whiplash, my bad. It's a little bit bright. Let me turn down this top light. That way you guys can see a little bit better. His toe's going to come out to here. And we've got a lot of negative space in here, but I do have this, and I would like to use a little bit, if possible. God, Hey, Minchie, are you busy? If not, could you grab maybe my neck? Maybe it was for college. Can you grab me a Ziploc bag like the smaller ones in the bottom drawer? That way I can put this in there. You know what I mean? Please. Thank you. And if you're not, I'm sure you guys can guess, but this Minecraft, what's up, man? This is all stuff that they use for like model railroads and stuff like that, right? The little, thank you. These are like actually like little hay plants, growths, whatever. Bales, I suppose. You're pushing my buttons. You pushed an Atticus's buttons line. Think I need to buy some of this tabletop shrubs and stuff. Looks a hell of a lot. Yeah, these are pretty great. I mean, they're not terrible. Like this was $4.99 for this. I think these were like $10, but you know, what are you gonna do? They'll last me. I mean, it's nice to have on hand for stuff like this. Oh God, this is gonna be messy. Oh boy. All right. Also, if stream's too dark, let me know. I just turned it down so there's not so much glare. Maybe have that come in from there. Just to give it a little bit of an accent, you know, something. And we'll spritz that with adhesive. I'm definitely going to have to wipe down my desk before we do the felt stuff. Something around that ballpark, you know. We're going for a little bit more of a natural. I'm gonna get my tweezers. Reading that essay is like someone thinks they discovered some secret deep meaning. Oh, man. Guys, you won't believe this. That Presidents of the United States song, Peaches? It's not about peaches. Is that cactus real or plastic? It's plastic, yeah. A dark brown wash over it? I don't know. It's got these little strands in it, and it would probably stain them. That's the only problem there, you know? Put this stuff away and clean up this mess. What happened here? Hey! Guys, exclamation point hype in the chat. Whether you're subbed or not, you can throw some emotes out and celebrate the support for the stream from Linecraftery, coming in with a 2-month resub. Linecraftery, thank you for the support, buddy. Very much appreciate it, man. And thank you guys for the hype. Thank you. Line, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. And folks, you may have seen some shout outs in chat. I'm sorry I've been neglecting it today. There's a lot of folks in chat you should be following. Linecraftery. I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not following Linecraftery, traditional pen and ink artist, some amazing work. One of these days I'm going to have one of his pieces hanging on my wall. That's a fact. You should definitely show your support, show some love. Check out his stream, drop a follow, man. You won't regret it. Line's awesome. We also have got, let me do this. Maybe this works. Let me make sure. Exclamation point MSO. Okay. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. If I do, I apologize in advance. I'm a little off today, to say the least. And I'm going by names I've seen in chat. And if I miss anybody again, I do apologize. All those names right there, designed by Joe, Brooke Odyssey, Bruce Odyssey. Definitely show some love. Amazing people. Red Ticket, what kind of vise is that you're using under the sculpture? Those are, people call them engineer blocks, 321 blocks. But yeah, they're metal, fabric, like metal steel, whatever. And then it's got some Allen bolts that you can connect them. I'm going to get some skinnier, like that's fit to thread, right? I'm going to get some skinnier ones though, that I can run all the way through without the threading, and then bolt it on either side so I can actually use it as a vise, because right now he's just sitting in holes because it's got holes throughout every side. It works out great, but using it as a vise, using the Allen bolts that actually fit to the threading, it just doesn't clamp down. But if I get some that are smaller than the threading, you know, I can actually use that to get a nice vise grip. I already got some bolts that are smaller threading, but I wasn't thinking, and they're not long enough, so I've got to go get more. Yeah, I think they are in real life too. I think they're pretty, they tend to be in more arid climates. Okay, I'm going to turn my light up slightly. And let's get to work on placement and all of that. Kittens. I'm lurking. New kittens have arrived. I have no idea where I am. Don't tell Minchie. She's got kitten fever. And we've got too many animals. Good luck with 4, right? Go buy Band-Aids. All right. I kind of like the look of this. I think I'm pretty happy with it. So probably best to start with the cactus and all of that underneath. And we'll glue these down just using super glue, Loctite. We'll spritz all of this with my model spray glue. This stuff is pretty phenomenal. And before we do that, when you're doing this kind of stuff, especially when you're doing like a ballast, a great thing to do when you brush on your PVA glue, spritz it with some ISO before you put your final glue set down, like over top of the ballast. It helps that glue kind of run into all the crevices and everything. Is it a real cactus? It's fake. Yeah. I mean, oh shit. Fur-coated razor blades when they're small? Oh, yeah, yeah. Kittens, man. Yeah. Yeah, those little nails. It's madness around the house. You're never going to be able to get any work done, man, because they're going to all be laying over top of your drawings, you know? That's my biggest worry about having a cat is what about all my things? My workspace will not be safe. No, we shouldn't. No. Well, this is not ideal. Get off of me. Well, I now have permanent hot glue on my fingertips. All right. I'm going to take this off of here. How do I want to do this? Loctite or no. The epoxy. Anybody think that the epoxy might have a bad reaction with hot glue? I don't think so. I don't think it would be an issue. If I were you, I'd make it a bonsai with real soil and cactus. Give it to Minchie as a flower. Kitten cute aggression. Hot glue's pretty inert. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Epoxy should be enough though. Yeah, I'm just looking for something to quick set for mostly for this stuff, you know. So what I'm thinking is epoxy in the hole. We'll do hot glue around the edge, and that way it holds everything, and then it's good to go until the epoxy sets. Wait, what are we congratulating? Oh, for the kittens? My parents have a cactus that have a similar flower, but it only lasts a couple days. Man, when I moved into my house, this house, they left a pot on the back that had a cactus in it. And somehow that thing survived through the winters. It looked terrible, but they left it there, and it was heavy as hell. And it stayed there for a while. And man, that thing was no joke if you bumped into it. All right. Got epoxy set and ready. And just something to help kind of keep all of this in order. Get some of that connected there. I allow all cat convos. I love making living dioramas, but there's so much work. Yeah. Well, my bearded dragon's tank is partially bio. Well, it's not really. More so our snake tank, but kind of the same lines, man. Putting all the pieces together, pretty neat. A litter of jerboas. FeralMoon's gonna ban me. No. Okay, that's secure. That's secure. Now, first things first, let's hit these little... Man, this sucks. Get off of here. Excuse me? They'll get a little bit more adhesion with the spray glue. Want those emotes? Oh my god, the cat ones. Let's turn this guy around. Should probably go top down. Probably a better viewing angle for you guys. I'm sorry. Same blind melon, same. Okie doke. What I'll probably do is just kind of press this down once we spray it, you know? And I think before we spray it, just to be safe, first and foremost, let me unplug this hot glue gun now that we're done with it. I eventually want to get a new hot glue gun. That thing's tiny. It's served me well, but those little sticks don't last very long. And when I get a new one, I think I'm going to look into one of those wireless hot glue guns, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but that would be nice. Cleaning up my kitchen mess. All right. Come over and clean mine too. All right, so I think we're going to tape off. just to kind of protect it. I painted our final coat on there. And it is varnished with a matte varnish. Just to kind of keep the glue off. I'm gonna try to be very careful, but it's spray. You know how it goes. I got hot glue strands everywhere. We'll clean all that up. Okay. While I'm doing this, we talked about it a little bit at the start there, but again, I do apologize about the canceled stream yesterday. I'll wait.
Suddenly, I heard a tap, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
Who's that rapping at my chamber door? That's Bruce Odyssey. Bruce and the Raiders coming in. Bruce, thank you so much for the raid. Raiders, welcome in. How we doing today? Bruce, how was stream? What were we up to? I saw you were live, but I didn't really sit down on Twitch until I was getting things set up and didn't have a chance to come in and say hi this morning. Shellbell, hello. Welcome in. And folks, like I said, when I did the little multi shout out, I'll get a proper shout out here in just a moment. Give me just a second. But if you're not following Bruce, you should definitely do so. Friend of the channel and just all around good human being. DJ's here on Twitch and some variety hangout streams, just chatting stuff, you know, good times. So awesome. Great job. Thanks, man. Thank you. Let me hop over here. Let's do the things. Shout out in the chat for Bruce Odyssey. Folks, drop a follow, show some love. Thank you so much for the raid, man. I feel something coming. Oh, jeez. Feel better now. Happy Friday to you guys. Happy Friday. Well, I see yours. And I double. All right.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Oh, man. I love that fire one. That's fun. Man, I can't get this tape off. There we go. But yeah, we're just hanging out, finishing up a project. If you guys aren't familiar, let me switch over to the other camera. I'll show you what we've been working on all summer. We've been working on this guy. Just clearing the air. Good, good, good. Yeah, burn off those fumes. Welcome back, Minchie. Welcome back. Okay, we got it taped off. Why are we taping it off? Because we're about to spray it with spray adhesive. Keep that off the paint. I already sanded it down after the massive amounts of glue that are holding that sand in place. But we need to spritz the new stuff a bit, just to kind of help hold it in place. This is fine. There's an epoxy plus super glue or hot glue for the cactus. I want to do something here. Let me get a small piece of tape. Get that thing trained down a little bit, you know? Okay. You guys didn't even see it. I didn't have the camera on it. I'm trying to flatten this down. And I had it, and then they all just kind of popped right back up. I think I got the tape wet. That's the problem. I almost need a large washer, and I can just feed these through it. Hey, Menchie. Do we have any extra washers that we used for putting the litter box in the ferret cage? I can't remember if there was an extra one laying down there or no.
It's time to take a short break. Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
I hate cleaning. Yeah. Used to clean houses professionally, not fun. Yeah. Other people's houses? No. Our house, yeah, that's the same, Joe. I mean, we stay on top of things, but, you know, staying on top of things in and of itself is a task. I don't know where they would be. It's fine. We got a break coming up. I'm going to run down and check. Because if I can get a nice washer and just let this sit, it'll push that down to some extent, you know? Feel like I was always running out of time. Same, Brooke. Same. I don't like having to sleep and eat and things that take up my time. And can always borrow Sages. That's true. That's true. Folks, we do have a 3-minute break coming up. Once an hour, we do a 3-minute break as opposed to, you know, short breaks every 30 minutes. I find it more conducive to the process, and it allows me time to stand up and stretch each hour, which is super beneficial. And everyone should do that when they stream long term. It's good to stand up and stretch a bit. So now is a great opportunity to do just that. Stand up, stretch, grab a drink, grab a snack, any of that stuff. I'm going to go find something to see if I can find something, maybe even electrical tape, just to sit over this and hold it down. And when we get back, we'll continue on. Today is the final day of the Jerboa. I got some stuff to talk about on the future of the stream. We'll do that as well when we get back. Nothing dark and dreary, just some changes. And we'll talk about that here shortly. But yeah, 3-minute break starting in, or I'm sorry, 3-minute ad break starting in 1 minute. And I'm gonna go look for that stuff while we're on break, and I will see you guys back here in just a few. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you momentarily. By the way, I'll wait till after we're done, but I do have a couple things to show you guys. I got my new smoke gun, smoke machine, whatever, handheld smoke machine for photography. And I did get my soldering iron kit. And that's all courtesy of the support for the stream. I was able to reinvest and get some things to help out with showcase videos and all of that. But yeah, like I said, well, I'll show you guys once we're done here today. Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be so much nicer than using my vape and getting a nicotine rush every time. Two minutes 20 on the ad break. Again, I apologize. Thank you guys for understanding. We got to get Jeff Bezos' money. He's really hurting, you know? You think you could turn your volume up a little? Overall volume seems a little low. Not sure if it's just me. Nothing's changed, man. Like, if I turn my mic up, I'm peaking right now. Let's see, how's that? Yeah, I was going to say nothing's changed. Everything's always the same. I'm not sure. I turned the mic up a little bit, man. That's about as far as I can go, though. Without it peaking, you know, I don't want to do that. Is the music volume good? Excuse me. Choking on my drink. Hugh, I've had people say my stream's quieter than others, but also I balance my audio the way it's supposed to, so I don't know. We should be good though. Overall volume seems low. It's compared to other channels. No biggie though. Well, other channels tend to have their mics up way too loud and they don't have a proper noise gate. You know? I was on a channel the other day, dude. He was peaking so bad it was making my speakers crack. It was awful. All right. Are we done?
Welcome back.
All right.
Let's get to it.
Look, I did it. I found electrical tape. Perfect. So we'll let that sit there for a minute. And welcome back from the ad break. Thank you guys for understanding. We got to get poor Jeff Bezos' money. And Dan Clancy needs all that money for terrible mobile updates, you know? So you got to make sure that that's taken care of. Where were we? We're going to be spritzing this down. I'm just going to hit here, here, here in this region just to give a little extra. You know what? Let me get a paper towel. But yeah, as far as things go, again, I apologize about the canceled stream. We of course originally planned to do this yesterday. If you guys don't know, I talk about it openly, but unfortunately I've had to talk about it a bit more than I care to, just to explain, not for sympathy or anything other than understanding. But I do deal with a depressive disorder and a severe anxiety disorder, and yesterday was probably one of the worst days I've had in a very long time. And the day after feels like I got hit by a bus. So I apologize about the canceled stream and a little bit low energy today.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Rose, welcome in. Good to see you. I seen you'd been lurking. Let's press this down a little bit. And let's get a little bit spray. Get that in there. And we're probably going to let this sit for a few. Just for a few. And then we'll start working on getting the felt for the bottom ready. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Because of all of this, you know, I explained a little bit on Discord, but I've obviously been running with a stream schedule of Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and you may be aware I've kind of wanted to push myself for an extra day. And that I want to stream as much as possible. That's always been the case. But I also recognize that there's some times where I just need to take a day for mental health reasons and everything. And I get frustrated about that. I do. It just kind of adds to the frustration because I don't like to cancel. I feel like a failure. So because of all of that, I think the best course of action is just to eliminate the schedule altogether. That's not to say I won't be streaming like my normal Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, or whenever I feel like it. But if I need to take a day off, I don't feel quite so bad about it. It's something about having a set schedule. I feel obligated. And so it really bothers me when I have to take a day. So I think it would be for my best interest to just do without a schedule. It'd probably stream, again, just same days, same times, roughly, and arguably just as much, maybe sometimes more. But that way I'm not stressing over it, and I can just have fun with it for a multitude of reasons. That's why I started this, and unfortunately I'm pretty goal-driven, which is a good and bad thing. So I want to push myself, and I've kind of come to the realization that I don't know that Twitch is worth pushing myself for. For one, the way that they've been handling things, I wouldn't be shocked if several years down the road Twitch isn't here anymore. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it wouldn't shock me. So I'm going to just continue to do what I do, have fun with it, continue with the YouTube content, you know, and just kind of relax a little bit. To the best of my ability, I suppose. Just saying the same thing? Yeah, man, it doesn't make sense to push myself beyond my limits. Look, this is not about money, okay? Right? It's not about that. I certainly appreciate all the support. Again, it allows me to reinvest into my hobby, into the stream, to get equipment that helps me do these things better, more efficiently. Like some of which I'll be showing you a little bit later that I was able to purchase courtesy of the support on the channel. But like, you guys know I've got like 150 hours in this Jerboa, right? And the month of July, I streamed roughly 50-ish, 50, 60 hours. And if you do the math, it's like 72 cents an hour. I don't think anybody's willing to like push themselves that far for 72 cents an hour. You know what I mean? But even aside from that, it's just I'm here to have fun, and I need to maintain an objective and a mindset that perpetuates that. So that's what I'm trying to do here. That's all. Got some hot glue I'm trying to get. There's a strand. And she couldn't get enough users to join in. Oh, you were trying to do a heist? Yep. Okay. How we doing here? Nope. I'm gonna spritz that again. That's just isopropyl alcohol. Something to wet it down. Maybe I'll have to get some starch. And we'll let that sit for a few. And actually, while we're doing that, let me get a measurement. I forget how deep the hole is. So what I'll do is just stick the armature wire in there. I'll mark that, and then we'll get a measurement. BRB? Yeah, no worries. No worries. And I'll set that aside for right now because we're not quite ready to do that. Yeah, okay. While we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and trim the felt for the bottom, which is already traced out. We did that a while back, actually. I like to put this on the bottom of all of my projects. It's pretty nice. Heck, even my creepy pumpkin that I made, like the first sculpt that I made for YouTube, there's no base on that, but I put a little circle of felt on the bottom of it. This stuff's relatively cheap. And we've got that. And we'll use the tacky glue. All right. Well, we're waiting on things to dry right now. So you guys want to see one of the things that I got? Just as the intro to Friends. Wait. Never heard this full song? Oh, really? It's a fun song. So, if you guys are familiar, linked in the chat there is our main YouTube channel. There's FeralMoonTV on YouTube as well, but I keep all the VODs there. I export all the VODs over to that YouTube channel. And then each project has its own playlist over there. So you could literally go watch all 150 plus hours of the Jerboa if you want. It is there, and we'll continue doing that with future projects as well. But on the main YouTube channel, which is linked in the chat, that's where you find all my past projects with condensed time lapses and showcases at the end. Now that I'm streaming, you guys can see more of the process than ever before. So I've kind of skipped over. I'm kind of doing away with the condensed time lapses in my videos for that reason, and looking at analytics throughout the entirety of making those videos. Not everybody, but a good portion of people, when it comes to sculpting videos and things of that nature, they tend to skip to the end. This is true across all the channels, as far as I understand. Everybody kind of sees this trend, and I get it, but they skip to the end to see the finished product. And it's a lot of editing, it's a lot of time, and I enjoy it, but that's also time that I could be spending working on more projects. The showcases themselves take a good while to shoot anyways. So this project, anything that we do moving forward, will have a showcase on the YouTube channel. Now, why am I talking about this? In the showcase videos, I like to use like a smoke effect and everything. And I've been using my vape. Just doing one of these, you know? And it's pretty rough after a while. You get a nicotine rush. It's pretty bad. But it worked. Well, I got this guy. And this is for photography. It comes with a remote, so I can use it from the camera even. It has all kinds of attachments, you know, and you can do like a dry ice effect with this guy on here. And this just kind of attaches to the top. It doesn't really screw on or anything, but yeah, check this out. That's the dry ice effect. My fan is on over on the left, so that's my photography smoke machine. You're gonna rip some serious clouds on that, right? And then of course you can take the dry ice screen off. Hey Nation. And you can, you know, just go in and let's see. You know, I can just do smoke. And again, the fan is on. You ideally wouldn't want a fan on. And you just place the smoke where you want it and get your pictures or video. Obviously, that's a little much, but yeah. And it comes with a remote, so I can sit at the camera, start it, start rolling, be good to go. Not have to feel like I'm going to pass out every time. So that was one of the things I was able to do with support for the stream. I also, obviously this is kind of more like an added effect kind of thing, you know? Now, as far as functionality goes, I am going to be, I thought I'd ordered the heat gun when I mentioned it prior, but I remembered I wanted to do a little bit of research before I make the purchase. So I am going to get a heat gun just to kind of help cut down dry times with painting and such. But I also got something a bit more functional. I don't even know what this is. I haven't. Claim your free copy of what? Oh. The Art of Soldering. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Well, that's kind of a giveaway. I got a soldering kit. This way, on future projects, if I want to, or if I need to. Boy, this is messy. What happened? Hey! The hell? Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go through this, get everything organized here, but it's a soldering kit. This way, I can add LEDs and wiring into my sculpts. I also have a handheld router. So like something like this, right? If it was light up, I could bevel out or route out a section in the bottom to fit a battery pack. Run the wiring up in through the base into the sculpt. You can get wiring that is, because these only these only bake at 275. All right. And you can get wiring that's heat rated beyond that. So I can run the wiring through the Sculpt for lights and stuff. If you guys are familiar with, there's a few people that do the method with LEDs. CNOT Bush here on Twitch. And I've seen North of the Border do a little bit of it. As far as sculpting goes, you know, there's plenty of creators that use LEDs in their work. But yeah, it'll be super handy. I've of course incorporated LEDs in my projects in the past, but they've all been like prefab stuff, so you're kind of limited. You know, it can't obviously run some of that through the oven. And where's the zipper here? And yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of practicing. It's been a very long time since I've soldered, but it's pretty simple, you know. Here I am being fancy with a light box, and this dude has a damn fog machine. Joe, if you watch, I actually got that thing on sale. It's normally like $130 or more, and I got it I think for 80-ish. And it comes with 6 things of the fog juice, and then I got myself stocked up. And this stuff is relatively inexpensive, so because they do want you to use like their stuff, otherwise it'll void the warranty, which totally understand. It's hard to say what kind of chemicals you can get in some of those vape solutions. I learned a trick with heat guns. Not sure if it would be of any use to you if you use masking tape. Hit it with the heat gun for a little while first to heat the glue. It comes off without damaging the other paint. Oh, nice. Love all the upgrades. LEDs would look sick with your smoke as well. Yeah, and when it comes to the showcases and stuff, I've got this. This is like a little $30. It's got the shoe on it and everything. You can connect it to a camera. It charges with USB-C. It's got full spectrum color. You can change your color warmth, color temperature, and there's like different modes. You know, that's your color spectrum, which I've got it on red because of course. Candle, your color temperature setting. So you got 3 different settings on that. Actually, candle, party. Oh, yeah. Faulty bulb. You can do all kinds of different effects with this. I forgot about that. Pulsing, strobe, RGB strobe, paparazzi, like camera flashes, emergency, high-low beam, red flash, green flash, blue flash, HSI slow, fast cop car, ambulance, fire, lightning. Ooh, I don't know if I played with that one. So yeah, obviously you could fireworks, TV, candle, party. Wait a minute, how do I get back to color temperature? There we go. Okay. Yeah, this thing was like $25-30. It's super handy. I use it in all the showcases. I've used it while we're working to kind of brighten up shadowed areas while I'm painting and such. Very handy little light. If you want to one-up both of them, you could work on some kind of kinetic feature in your sculpture, like a spinning windmill or something. Ooh. Adding motion to a project would be cool. What if I made the sculpt itself move? We're getting a little advanced there. We're talking motors and such. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind, though, because I like that idea, Red Ticket. Probably just propylene glycol or vegetable glycerin. Yeah, I think it's propylene glycol. Avoid direct sunlight, keep it normal temperature, not for smoking. Oh, no, this is vegetable glycerin. Oh, it's a mix. Yeah, it's a mix. PG and PG. Just to make my own vape juice. Benchi coming in with a gifted sub. Thank you, dear. Gifting a sub to Red Ticket. Red Ticket, enjoy that ad-free viewing and the emotes. And folks, I haven't really plugged it. I'm terrible about it sometimes, but there's a link in the chat to our Discord. Keep in mind, it is a manual role assignment for access. I get to these as fast as I can. And I keep an eye out for them. But if I miss you, just give me a shout. I'll get you set up. But yeah, that's the best place for all the latest updates on the stream, especially with removing the schedule. It's probably the best place to find out if there's going to be any changes. But yeah, you can share your artwork in there. We love to see what you guys are working on. This month, we're going to start doing a community art showcase on the last Thursday of each month, where we take a look at what you guys have been up to. Let's see. Getting caught up on chat while I give that a few more minutes to set. It looks like it's about done. I have a red water light effect I have running in my room all the time. I woke up one night with a bleeding nose and I thought my nose was running an impossible amount of water out of it. Because I couldn't see the red with the light. Oh no. A dragon with wings flapping? That would be crazy. You know, I've seen some sculptors using some like socket type deals for different pieces. Number one, I don't know if I would like doing that way, but also I'm intrigued. I'm trying to think of who, I think Freaky Deek. Yeah, I think it was Freaky Deek I saw last using something with like a little socket type thing where you fit the pieces into. Work well with Cosplay's new light clay, as it wouldn't weigh down the motor. Oh yeah, yeah. I think their light clay is kind of like Sculpey's Ultralight, right? I have some Sculpey Ultralight. Ball socket joint? It's like, yeah, it kind of looks like that. SCDC song? Yeah, I'm not sure what they are. I've never really seen anybody use those until recently. A ball socket joint? Yeah, it's something like that. Like it looks almost like a socket wrench fitting, you know? It almost looks like that. And then the other side, of course, there's female and male ends, and you just fit them together to fit your sculpt pieces in. I've never seen that before, but I'm intrigued. I just don't know if I would like using that method. We're getting there. I'll probably continue to let this set, but let's get moving on this part. And I like to keep, yeah, that side down. Go back to the top-down view. Hey, it's the Nipple Suit Batman song. This is going to be interesting. First and foremost, let's check the fit. Nearly perfect. Okay. Have you heard Seal's acoustic album? I have not. I have not. I don't think I've heard anything from Seal since around this time when this song came out, to be honest. Pretty good? thing's sealed. Menchie's just out here going nuts today, huh? Menchie, thank you very much for another gifting a sub to Hugh. Hugh, enjoy those enjoy the ad-free viewing and those emotes, man. And Menchie, thank you. Thank you very much. It is the last day on the Jerboa. Yeah, it is. Kind of sad, kind of excited, you know. What the hell is going on here? Do I still have one of those paints? Let me get something here. It's been a while. I've had this for a couple years, I guess. It got kind of chunky at the top. All right, let me clean this off. Normally I would put this on the very bottom of the base, you know. It doesn't really matter either way. But since we got stuff on top of there, we'll just go ahead and put the glue on the fabric itself and then carefully set it on top and make adjustments as necessary. Thankfully, this stuff gives you a little bit of wiggle room. It does dry pretty quick, but not too bad. I like to get close to the edge, but you don't want to get all the way. If I need to go around and add a little dab of glue here and there, that's fine. It's better than making a mess. And this stuff flattens out pretty well. I've never had a problem with it having like lumps and bumps. So now I will put, what is it? Confection? No, not confection. Shoot. The paper I used underneath when I was painting. We'll put that down just to prevent it from sticking. If anything soaks through. Let me redo that. And let's go from this side. Then we'll trim off any excess here momentarily. Just probably using a hobby knife. Might have to get a little bit more glue over here. Come on. I think I might have to get another bottle of this soon. And I'm making a mess. Okay. Let that sit for a few. Yeah, mostly just right through here. Yeah, I didn't quite get it. I don't want to pull on it too hard until that glue sets. Plus, I can't really see. That's where this light comes in. Shit. Yeah, that's not good. We're gonna have to use scissors. Also gonna have to touch up the paint because I screwed it up. Not a big deal. And I'm sorry, I'm off camera, I know. Just trying to... Okay. Set that down so it's got some pressure on it. And I'm gonna go dig out my black paint real quick. Hey! Also, that light has a magnet in it. I always forget about that. All my tools stick to it. Do I need to see the other Deadpools before the latest? It helps. It's mostly contained, but it does refer to the other ones. Okay, let me get the black paint for touch-ups here. And I need a little bit of water in my cup, so I'll be right back. Okay. Had to get my... I'm gonna hit it with another coat of varnish too once that's all said and done. You know what? I don't even think we need a paint tray. My mouse pad has a magnet in it and my tools keep sticking to it. Oh, jeez. Seeing the other Deadpools wouldn't be a chore. They're good movies. Yeah. Yeah, they really are. Speaking of movies, did you guys see Borderlands came out to a 0% Rotten Tomatoes rating? Is anybody shocked? I don't want to use that brush. Wait, let me clean up some of this mess in the process of this. Got too much stuff laying everywhere. Yeah, the crazy thing about the Borderlands movie, I didn't realize this, but apparently Chad Mazin, that wrote the Last of Us TV show's script and the Chernobyl show, he wrote the original script for the Borderlands movie and apparently was great. And then the studio brought in Eli Roth to direct it, and Roth like basically butchered the script and completely rewrote most of it to the point where Mazin actually didn't even want his name attached to the script anymore. So now he's credited as a pseudonym, Joe Crombie. Apparently it's real bad, guys. All right. Little touch ups around the base. Well, I'll tell you what, I know folk art. A lot of people frown on folk art. It's cheap paint, whatever. It's always done me right, man. And like the folk art black, it covers so nicely. That bottle's gonna last me forever. With the exception of like using it for mixes. I keep trying to go for coffee, but getting caught up with my Sculpt. What you sculpting, Red Ticket? Someone break the curse and tell me to get up, please. Hey, Red Ticket, it's time to get up. And if that doesn't work, Atticus is going to tell you to get up and stretch and grab a drink here in about 15 minutes. So. I'm curious to see if the upcoming Star Wars Outlaw game is any good. Everybody talking shit about it right now, but that's the internet for you, so it's hard to say. Guess we'll have to wait to see some proper reviews. And especially ones that aren't kind of catered to and bought off, because the gameplay impressions and stuff out there, I guess like those creators were given trips to Disney and stuff, so who knows what kind of influence that has on opinions. I hope it's good, because the concept sounds fun. I'm gonna get a little paint cup. Throw a little bit of matte varnish in there and run this over it with another coat. And real quick, and I need some small scissors. This might work. Okay, sorry. Just had to trim off a little dangly piece. Sculpt and Tifa. Oh, nice. Use her as a gauge on my progress in sculpting. That's cool. Oh, you mean you like return and redo it, or? I guess at this point you won't sleep today. Dude, I saw somebody in I don't know who it was. Somebody in CNOT's channel. They sculpted Red 13. Freaking love that character, man. I used to draw Red 13 all the time. It is 13, right? I think it's 13. Maybe I'm just an idiot. It's been a long time, chat. I didn't play the new ones. Well, I tried to play the first new one, and I did meh. Not for me. I like the combat changes, but... Was that you, Red Ticket? Dude, that's a great sculpt, man. You did a really good job. I'm kind of flattered someone remembered something I sculpted. Yeah, man, I've seen it in there a couple times when I've been in there, and I always stop at it. I showed Menchie, too. Yeah, and I saw some of Dragon Scullin's work in there, too. You guys are great. I really need to, like, not be embarrassed because I've never done, like, human form sculpting and just give it a go. Because I obviously am not going to get anywhere not doing it, so... I used to draw, like, all the time, man. Final Fantasy characters. I used to draw Cloud quite a bit. I think I've drawn a Tifa a couple times. I was a teenage boy. Of course I drew Tifa. I used to draw Earthworm Jim a lot. Spider-Man, though, man. I had a thing for drawing Spider-Man. Number one, I was a huge Spider-Man fan. Like, I read the comics and stuff. And I would love to go through the different cells in the comics and, like, find something cool to draw. And I really enjoy drawing Spider-Man's hands. But I've never really sculpted human form. I need to do that. I always stop on Dragon Scullin's work. It's brilliant. Yeah, man. I think the first one I've seen in there of his was the Arthur Morgan. Dandelion tea. I've heard of that. I've never had it, though. I feel like Minchie had something that was dandelion. Or is that who's got it? Oh, it's... I see. Never mind. Okay, get that soaking. See if I can open this thing because it seals itself shut. A lot of measuring for human figures, sort of a puzzle of parts. I enjoy that about it. Yeah, I did a lot of measurements with him too. I think that's really how I got lucky with the expansion that happens when you add the fur. Is because I was adamant on measuring the different parts for scale, because he bulked out quite a bit, you know, when we added the fur. And I think he turned out quite well. We are almost there, chat. We are almost there. I'm gonna let that set for a few and dry proper before we start touching it. And then it'll almost be that time. Trimming down the anchors. Getting our epoxy in place. We'll put a little bit of quick seal adhesive caulk on the bottom of his feet for an extra layer of adhesion. I may put something in here just to prop him while he sets. But we'll see when we get there. We're working with, I need a ruler. Where's my ruler? Damn it. What is it, like ½ inch? A little more than a ½ inch, actually. Okay. Pretty sure I have a packet of dandelion tea. Rose, at some point I would like to start having a go at painting castles. Ooh, that would be fun. Instead of painting scales, you get to paint bricks or rocks, stones. Reason I sculpt Tifa as well is because a female form is the hardest thing to sculpt. and to get a good result. Yeah, I can see that. When I can sculpt one I'm happy with, then I know I'll be good. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to start practicing some things, doing some projects specifically geared towards practicing various forms and whatnot. Maybe we'll get through this year, and next year I'll really kind of hone in on that stuff. Because we got so much coming up that I want to do in so little time. This year's going too fast. I wonder if I could use that as an excuse when drinking dandelion and burdock. Milk thistle is binomial nomenclature. Is silly bum. You should try milk thistle and St. John's wort teas.
It's time to take a short break.
I've heard
Stand up, stretch and hydrate.
I've heard St. John's wort is good for anxiety and depression. What's that stuff that I got, Minchie? Ashwagandha? Yeah, ashwagandha. It's supposed to help with stress. Wormwood tea is excellent for stomach bug. Does it make you trip? Like like other things made of wormwood? Chicory root is my favorite since it tastes like the closest to coffee. Love me some coffee though. St. Michael's Mount, nice. Nice. You got asparagus growing? I'm not a big fan of asparagus myself. It's the texture mostly that does it for me. I can't. Wormwood makes you trip? What's that? It's an alcoholic drink made of wormwood oil. Absinthe. It makes you kind of trippy. I've never tried it, but that's what I hear. Yeah, absinthe. Really like asparagus. I just hate the way my pee smells afterwards. You've tried it, Red Ticket? I got wrecked on it. Oh man. Yeah, they sell absinthe in our state here, but it's like to be legally sold, it can't have wormwood oil or a low concentration of it. So it's not the same. Like it's not actual absinthe, I don't think the wormwood tea is high enough concentration. Yeah, probably not. It tastes like black licorice. So absinthe is like Jaeger then? Because that's what Jaeger tastes like. Interesting. I'm not a big black licorice fan. I don't like American black licorice. Like Scandinavian licorices and like the salty kind. I love that stuff. And she hates it when I order it because, yeah. But I love the salty black licorice. But anyway, we do have an ad starting like right now. I do apologize. We're going to take a quick break. Thank you guys for hanging out. When we get back, this should be good to go. We're going to trim this down, get him in position. He's done. And we'll hang out and chat a little bit, talk about the project. I'll show you guys some pictures from the beginning and kind of go through the process. In the meantime, let's spritz this again and let it sit there. And ads are started. I will put the break screen up and see you guys in just a few. Jaeger tastes more sweet, like medicinal. Oh, okay. So without the sweetness to it then. Gotcha. Noted, never trying Jaeger then. All right, let me put the break screen up. I'll still be here hanging out. I'm going to stand up and stretch though real quick. But we'll still chat. I'm not going anywhere. Went to what now? a trance weekend festival. Got poisoned by the water. Used wormwood tea and it sorted it out. Nice. Terrence? Absinthe is like licorice flavored gin. Interesting. So kind of a dryness to it, really. Spelling's bad today. Hey, Hugh, no worries, man. No worries. I have days where I'm typing in chat on somebody's stream like Andy's, and I like leave out complete words. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge. Hey, Red Ticket, I see you in the Discord. Got you all set up. Thank you for joining. Welcome in. Trance, you could. You're supposed to pour it over a sugar cube on a slotted spoon and light the cube on fire, which then drips into the drink. Then top it off with ice cold water. It goes kind of cloudy. Interesting. Interesting. I like mixology. I'm not a drinker. You guys know I've talked about it. Used to. And then I enjoy a nice good craft beer or a porter. But I never drink, you know. I like if I do, it's for the taste because I hate the way it makes me feel. But
Welcome back. Let's get to it.
The science of like mixology and stuff is pretty interesting stuff. Can't type because I haven't registered my phone. Oh, in Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I've got that in place to thwart any nonsense. All right, we are back from the break. Let's get back to it. I have an absinthe spoon somewhere. See if I can snag a pic for you in Discord. They're pretty decorative. Nice, man. Hey, Joe, if I'm not, you're in Canada, right? Because I think that's like the one place you can get actual absinthe, but I don't know if certain states like block the ordering of it or something. Because here in the U.S., a lot of states have like legislation against certain things like that. Get the real stuff, but it's crazy expensive in very small bottles. Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? So, let's see. I have to trim down his anchors. Let's get the epoxy over here. That's working. It's going to be a slow process, and I might even use a little bit of hairspray eventually, but a lot of places the real stuff is illegal because it's 70% alcohol. My goodness. Much stronger than normal spirits. Yeah. You take a sip and wake up somewhere strange. We'll get this ready as well. That away. Benchy's drinking some of that vintage Nuka shine, waking up in strange places in Fallout 76. I'm going to take that off for now. Oh, I'm so nervous about this. All right. I need wire cutters also. All right. I'm going to have to take him off camera here for a minute. I'm going to mark our lines, measure those out. At least to the best of my ability. This is going to be awkward. So that's one. There's one. I'm using my shoulder to hold the ruler. There we go. Resourceful. Look at that. Just the tip. Oh, you landed right on the edge, huh? Are we ready? I don't know, man. Before I cut those, let's get all this ready to go. Stevie! Weird, stream froze on me. Yeah, I've been noticing that. I think it's a Twitch thing because we haven't dropped any frames or anything. I've been seeing that on other people's streams too. And then every time it's I'm starting to think it's by design, Stevie, because it tends to happen when an ad rolls and then it comes back to stream and it freezes, and then I have to refresh and I get another ad immediately. Even though there should be no pre-rolls because an ad just happened, right? I'm on to you, Twitch. I'm on to you. Minchie just gifting subs like crazy today. Minchie gifting a sub to Stevie. Stevie, enjoy that ad-free viewing, those emotes and all the good stuff. And Minchie, thank you again. Thank you very much. Exclamation point hype in the chat. We'll throw some emotes in the chat. And folks, if you are not doing so, there is a link in the chat there to Stevie Seal. If you're not following him, show some love, drop a follow. I think it's up a little bit by now. Yeah, let me do this. There we go. Link in the chat. Why you can't turn off auto rating to other channels? Wait. You can't turn off auto rating to other channels. I'm not sure what you mean. They have so many people who fell asleep watching streams that when they get thrown to another stream, they still get the ad revenue. What is auto rating? I'm not sure what that is, Red Ticket. Maybe that's something before my time I wasn't aware of, or... Hey, Stevie, no worries, man. Never expected, buddy. Not from me, man. It's always appreciated, sure, but never expected. Like when you rate a channel from your stream, there's no way to turn that off from a viewer perspective. Oh, I see. So like you can't turn it off to where you get pulled with the raid. I see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I imagine so. Yeah. You know what's stupid though, Red Ticket? Did you guys know that when you join in with a raid, like when you're in part of the raid and you go into a channel, if you look at the URL, it's a reference raider. And after like a certain amount of time, you don't count as a viewer unless you refresh the page. Seems kind of silly to me, but you know, it's Twitch. Let me check these measurements against our reference here. Get those clipped. Epoxy's in the hole. Uh-oh. A little dab of this stuff will do. Here we go, folks. Here we go. There's our boy. All finished. Let's get this. No, I'm gonna leave that paper under there, but let's get this unfolded so it's not so obnoxious. Let me clean off this stuff real quick. Thank you. Thank you. It's happening. It happened. Yep. We made it, Lion. We made it. We made it. Clean up my mess.
Spoon!
Yes, praise the spoon. It got us here. My engineer. Yeah, here's those blocks, Red Ticket. I think it was you that asked about them. It's a set that I got. For what they are, they're a little pricey. But they're not terrible. It's not going to break the bank. Yeah, this is just I'm probably going to have to use a tool to get this undone after it's gone through the oven a couple times, but yeah, it's a nice weight to it. Obviously a lot of little options there for placing an armature, and we used this through the entirety of sculpting this guy. Super handy, super handy. And then for painting, just put this on there, you know. Amazing, well done. Throw Dan, thank you so much. So cute. Yeah, isn't he, Stevie? What's the next project? We'll talk about that in just a moment. and folks, linked in the chat, Throw Dan. There's a shout out for him. If you are not following Throw Dan, be sure to show some love. Check him out. He's a potter here on Twitch. Phenomenal artist. Phenomenal streams. I enjoy hanging out there, and I'm sure you will too. Dan's pretty great. So show some love there. Check out his stream. And it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Steals Jeb. No! There's our Jerboa. 150 plus hours, somewhere in that ballpark. This is the biggest project I've ever done to date. The biggest in all senses of it, from scale to time. And my first time using exclusively Cosplay. I'm familiar with Cosplay prior to this because I've used it for like hands and stuff, but most of my sculpts were done predominantly with Sculpey. I switched over, and at first I was kind of scared. It's a little bit different than working with Sculpey, but once I got a feel for it, oh my god, I'm sold. Cosplay is phenomenal. So first time working with that exclusively. First time using this method for fur. And it almost broke me at one point. Some of you may remember. But we got through it, and I will definitely be using this process in the future. Not anytime soon, but in the future, I want to use this method on a werewolf, maybe, but definitely on like a 10 to 12 inch tall rocket raccoon. I love that character more than I can express without sounding ridiculous. I just really like that character, and I would love to make a rocket raccoon. So at some point, we're going to have to do that. Thank you, Minchie. No stealing, Jeb. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate all the support through this project and getting started here on Twitch. I really do. This has been... He's been a challenge in a lot of ways, but a lot of fun and a lot of lessons learned. And I really surprised myself on this to the point where he's kind of broken down barriers where I'll give projects like Rocket Raccoon, a werewolf that I want to do. Next year, I would very much like to take on a dragon. I've never done a dragon, so I think it'd be cool to sculpt a dragon. But as far as the next project goes, this is going to kind of go back. When I first started doing the YouTube stuff, I think it was my second or third YouTube video, I started a series. It's not gone very far. There's 2 videos in the series, but it's Sculpting 90s Nicktoons. And I started with Ickis from Nickelodeon's Ah Real Monsters, if you remember that show in the 90s, made by Klasky Supo, the people that made Rugrats, and several other Nickelodeon shows. Hey Arnold, I think. But so I sculpted Ickis, and then I did Crumb, also from Real Monsters. There's a trio, of course, and it's well overdue that I sculpt Oblina. I'm excited to add Oblina to the trio, but after doing this guy, I'm a little bit nervous because Oblina is super simple when it comes to like detail and stuff. So it feels like I'm stepping down. But you know what? It is whatever. It'll be fun to sculpt something a little bit more simple, something that doesn't take 150 to 200 hours, you know? And we'll complete the trio and add it to the series. Spray paint a candy cane. I think the biggest obstacle with Oblina is going to be her mouth, just because it's so large compared to, like, she's basically a snake, like a, you know? Just, I don't know. We're going to have to work that out, but we'll figure it out, you know? Can't wait for Rocket. Me too. Me too. And let's see. Wanted to hop out of the shadows to say how amazing this is. Incredible work. Jazzy Jaffa, thank you so much. Thank you. I very much appreciate the lurks and all the support of all shapes and kinds. So thank you very much for the kind words. And folks, linked in the chat, there's a shout out for Jazzy Jaffa. Definitely show some love. Drop a follow. Check out her stream. Another artist here on Twitch. Thought that was a car wheel then? Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, electrical tape, Stevie. Just to set over the flowers to kind of shape them down because they got kind of bent. So I'm like, gradually, it's getting better. I might have to use a little bit of hairspray maybe, but I just keep doing that. His whiskers are shaping up. You know, I used a little bit of heat, and I might do it one more time before I do the showcases. But like, take the whiskers and pull them back, and then hit it with heat right in this region. You know, but gravity's doing the rest. Only complaint: this foot isn't all the way down, but he's fine. He's fine. Can't even tell really from the front. That's the one thing that the way that I went about doing this. Normally, what I would do is I would trim the anchor wires beforehand, and if I had those smaller bolts that I was talking about earlier, where I can actually clamp this together as a vise, I would have done this way. But because of his weight and everything, I had to keep those anchor wires longer. I didn't want to trim them down because it helped with the balance, you know. But had I done it how I would normally do it, I would have cut those ahead of time and pressed him into the clay on the base. But it's not a big deal, and I didn't think it would be, so no problem there. No problem. Thought you were going for the Mad Max Desert vibe. Yeah. Yeah, just some tires and junk laying around. Let me turn down the brightness on this light. There's a better look without the glare. Hopefully it's not too dark. But that way you can kind of see the base some more without the glare off the light. Also, we added, you guys may remember earlier this week, we added the stripes across his back. Super happy with how he turned out. We'll leave him facing that way. When do you start the seal? Man, my list of projects keeps growing, and I don't know when I'll ever find time to take on all of them. But yeah, our next project is going to be Oblina. That won't take long, and then we'll be done in time. After Oblina, I'm not sure 100%. Probably deviating off my project list a little bit. My first video was a spooky pumpkin, a creepy pumpkin, whatever it was. Kind of like what we did with the creepy candle, which was my first sculpt right before him on stream. I revisited a previous project because I've improved since then, you know, and I had seen ways that I could improve that sculpt even after completing it. And I wanted to return to it, do another one because I enjoyed the project and see where I could do it better. And I want to do that with a pumpkin or multiple pumpkins, perhaps. So we'll be doing some pumpkin stuff. Other Halloween, you know, seasonal type themed sculpts, which is admittedly my favorite time of year and favorite subject when it comes to projects. It's like creepy, spooky stuff, you know? The cute stuff is not, that's not in the normal wheelhouse here. Trying to light up a little bit there. So that's the plan. For the remainder of the year, we'll kind of, I don't want to say take it easy because we're not going to take it easy, but as far as projects go, we're going to kind of try to stay away from like long 100-hour projects, right? And then once we get into the new year, I'll start my next big project. That's the plan. Whether it's a dragon or rocket raccoon or something else, that remains to be decided. So, yeah, you guys want to take a little trip down through the process here? Dragon would be insane. Yeah. That's on my plans for next year for sure. It's definitely going to be one of the larger projects I do next year. Let me pull up Instagram. And we'll head over to boy, I bet people that follow me on Instagram are going to be happy that I'm done with this project, because that's all I've been posting since when? 11 weeks ago. 11 weeks ago. That's a lot of weeks. There's a live animal on your desk, Grid. Be careful. So yeah, 11 weeks ago, he started as this derpy looking Charmander looking thing. We changed the eye colors right after this, the very next day. I do like those eyes, but I'm glad we changed them. Whoops, that's not right. Yeah, it was. Okay. And then we came back and started going in and refining the shape. Started working on the face, the snoot, all that fun stuff. Getting his armature all set and ready. Oh, I'm going the wrong way again. Went in, started doing the detail texturing, like on the areas where there wasn't going to be fur coverage. And then we added the ears, which you guys remember that? Look how huge they look when he didn't have fur. Remember, I was like trying to tell you guys, also simultaneously trying to comfort myself, like, don't worry, it's gonna look better when he's got fur. I was just as much comforting myself on that, because they looked massive. He looks cold. He's so naked. It's a naked Jerboa. Went in and added the inner hair on the ears. Oh my god. That, I remember this. This was not a good time at first, but then I figured it out. We got it sorted. That was a struggle for a minute. In fact, I think I did this side, and then I did the other side, and I did the other side better, and I stopped liking this side, so I redid it. I think that's how that went. And that took some time. That was a pain. Then we started adding the fur. That was day one. On the underbelly there. Worked it up into the chin. I think that might have been a 2-day process on that part, if I remember right. Yep, just a hairy belly at the time. And that's after this is actually after I started adding the fur to the back of the ears. We put clay on the tail, started working on that. Oops, wait a minute. What? Yeah, and then we did the back. Right. This is this fur texturing was a fun exercise. You know, Red Ticket, you mentioned with the stuff, you know, with the human form, you kind of have, it takes a lot of planning and thinking things through like a puzzle. And the fur is very similar to that. You know, you got to think, for one, you got to think about how that fur is going to lay, and you manipulate it as you're putting it on. to get that flow direction. But also in placement itself, you know, you have to think about, like we did the legs first, right? So that when I went over the back, we could get the overlap here. And we did the back before I did the head so that we could get the overlap coming down. Hey, Stevie, thank you for the 100 bits, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. And yeah, so just planning out the overlap and all of that. It's a lot of fun working through that process, at least I found. That was one of my favorite parts of the fur process, was just kind of sorting out all of that, right? Closest thing to a jab I could find. Oh yeah, it's the little corgi, huh? Corgo? Yeah. Well, thank you, Stevie. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And then we put fur on his face. I did go in, let's see. This is a starting point, right? Because then we built out the brows, and I went in after the fact because I realized I messed up. Not terrible, but to see how the brows are here, they kind of go up and back. So I had to fill them in a little bit, bring them forward, and overhang the top of the eye just slightly. So that was corrected. And then, of course, added the claws and the paws and all of that good stuff. I went overboard on detailing things that people will never, ever see. Because reasons. And then, of course, when we got into the painting, what a change there, huh? Just going from a bare naked sculpt to painted. And I was so excited to get the eyes done, you know? I was like, just wait till I get the outline done and watch how it pops. And then it just brings it all together. I love it. I love it. And there was me lying about when the finale would be. So. Again, I apologize about the canceled stream yesterday. Yesterday was not a good day on the mental health front, but here we are. We got back at it, got right back in the saddle, finished him up. And I think that's what's important, right? We all have our days, and all we can do is pick ourselves up on the next day and press forward. So there he is. There he is. We'll go back over here to the side shot. I do want to quickly get a section done for a clip. And what are we at on timestamp? I'll worry about that here in a moment. So bear with me. I'm going to just run through some things here real quick for the clip. So there's the completed Jerboa. We've been working on this guy all summer long. 150 plus hours sculpting and painting between the Jerboa and the base. And today we finished him up, all set and ready to go. Biggest project I've done to date. Made out of cosplay entirely. And my first time with an animal sculpture and this process for fur. I'm super happy with how he turned out. Showcase video coming to Feral Moon Designs on YouTube. Give him another spin. And there he is. Whiskers and all. All right, 239 on the clip. Let me write that down. Okay, all set. Congratulations on finishing and also on bouncing back. Thanks, Red Ticket. Yeah, there's been more of those days than I care for. And I try to keep them to a minimum, but I'll always bounce back, you know? Congrats on the amazing build, man. Huge amount of work, but well worth it. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm super happy with this guy. I might see about getting him into some stuff. For one, I need to look into each week the developers of Ark Survival Evolved. They forgot about Survival Evolved because they're shilling on their new. They remade the same game and are selling it to people again as Ark Survival Ascended. But each week they post updates on Steam for the game, and they have a community art showcase kind of thing, like fan art stuff. Never seen a sculpture in there, but I would very much like to find a way to get this submitted for that. I think that needs to happen. So I'll look into that. Of course, there's going to be a showcase coming. I don't know how soon, because I got to do a little bit of homework beforehand. Specifically because I want to use the DSLR, and I haven't used the DSLR since the Korok video. And even then I was new on the DSLR. And I forgot everything. So I got to quickly relearn how to use the camera and then get things set up. You know, it's a whole process, but I enjoy the showcase part. It's just a bit of work to get things set up and going. But yeah, there he is, chat. Thank you guys for joining me on the journey for this. As far as the next project goes, we'll probably start next week. And I do have an appointment Monday morning. It's an hour, it's 10 or 10:30, so I'm going to say we'll plan on a stream on Monday, around noonish, but I'll keep you guys posted in Discord. Let me kind of play it by ear with the appointment. It's my therapist that I have an appointment with, so kind of depends on how all of that goes, you know, how I'm feeling afterwards. But we'll plan next week for sure. We'll be starting on Oblina, and over the weekend I'm going to get my references put together for the sculpt. And we'll go from there. And then just to rehash, and bear with me here if you've already heard this, but moving forward, I'm going to eliminate the stream schedule. Right now it's, you know, I've been on a schedule of Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, typically starting around 11 Eastern, noon Eastern. What the hell was that? Dog's being weird. Dog sneezes? Oh, okay. All I heard was a thump. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I typically start around 11 noon Eastern. And I really try to take it serious, you know? And on days where I had to take the day because of mental health reasons or what have you, I know I need to take it. I know it's good for me, but I'm also like, I try to push myself, so it's frustrating when I can't meet those obligations. And it's all because I have it on paper. You know, obviously, even still, if I have to cancel stream, I'm not going to feel good about it. But without having it as a set schedule, I'll at least feel not so much obligated to it. And it'll take some of that frustration away. And chances are sometimes we'll even possibly be streaming more than the scheduled streams were. And that's kind of the point, to get back to just streaming when I want to, when I feel like it, which will probably be typically Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But without the added stress of like, oh, I'm scheduled, so I have to do it. You know what I mean? Let's have fun with it. Let's focus on the fact that this has always been about a journey of creativity and learning. And I'm going to try to put these I'm very goal oriented. I like to set a goal for myself. I like to check off checklists as I complete tasks. So I set goals for myself, and one of those things I wanted to push this as far as I could go, and I just don't know that Twitch is worth the mental anguish. You know what I mean? Partially because, like I was saying earlier, just some of the decisions that Twitch makes, I wouldn't be shocked if they weren't around in a few years. You know, I'm not saying that it will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't want to look back like, gosh, I really did a number on myself, and for what? I'd rather look back and say, you know, it sucks that it's coming to a close, like it's, let's say Twitch shuts down in the future, but I had fun along the way. And I want that to be the experience. I want it to just be about fun and about the art, about hanging out with you guys, because that's the stuff I enjoy about this. So that's what I want to focus on. Again, it's very much probably going to be, you know, the same kind of schedule, but I'll have a little bit more liberation in on the days that I feel like I'm not up to it, and I can keep you guys posted in Discord. So that's why I say Discord moving forward is going to be a huge when it comes to the stream schedule, in case something changes. And if you haven't already, I got that linked in the chat. But again, you guys know where I'm at, and typically speaking, a general idea of when you can find me here. And I don't suspect that'll change too much. It's just a formality is what it boils down to. So looks really good. Are you gonna take some nice stills with a backdrop? Oh yeah, Hugh, I'm gonna film a showcase video and all of that. I'll get some pictures taken for Instagram proper, and I'll post a quick picture today, you know, like, hey, he's done, here he is. But in the future, in the near future, when I shoot the showcase, I'll get some nice still shots with like lighting and the smoke and all that good stuff, and post a series of images and maybe even some video to Instagram. And then there'll of course be a full showcase video coming to YouTube. And I'm thinking I'm not going to do a condensed time lapse, you know. Like I said, I'm done doing that because it just takes too much time. Even though I enjoy editing, it's time that I could be spending on the next project or any other number of things pertaining to the stream or sculpting. So I'm not going to do like a time lapse, but I am thinking, being the scope of this project, I might do like a little bit of a quick look at the process of getting here and kind of talk about the project a little bit in reflection, and then go into a showcase. That's kind of the idea that I'm working with right now, you know? And from a viewer perspective, I feel like that holds more value for most people than a time lapse, you know? Because like I said, when I look at the analytics, and from what I understand, other sculpting and art channels, they look at analytics and you can see like, okay, people start watching the video and then they skip to the end to see the finished product, which is fine. It's not everybody wants to watch like the process, and I get that. But that's kind of the point. Like, it's time that's spent on something that I could otherwise spend on something else, you know? And again, now that I'm streaming it and the VODs, each project has its own playlist on the FeralMoonTV YouTube channel, you can see more of the process than ever before. So that's my thinking on that. But yeah, I would say probably within the next week or two, expect a showcase video, but I'll be posting it in the Discord when it's done. Gonna lurk for a bit. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the sub. Hey, no worries, Stevie. We're gonna be wrapping up. What time is it? 3? Is there a Mr. Mecha live right now? It is Friday. Yes, it is. There is. You guys want to raid Andy Mecha? Ooh, before we do, Let's get a picture quick. His ears are so big, he's hard to fit in frame. Boy, I'm gonna have to weigh this thing. Hey, Menchie, that scale you have in the kitchen, is that plugged in or is that battery operated? It's battery? Shall we see how much he weighs quick? And Stevie, hey man, if you're heading out, dude, if we don't see you over there or whatever, we'll see you around. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Atomic, good to see you, man. How we doing? I have 4 streams up at the moment. Chaos. Is everybody live today? Is it one of those days? I'll wait for the raid. Yeah, I'm going to weigh this guy real quick and then we'll get things going, okay? Multi-stream watching. Oh, you got it? Okay. All right, let's see how much. Boy. Oh, he's far less than I thought. 2.6 pounds. 2.7 pounds, rounded up. So I'm assuming I would wager there's probably 1.5 pounds of clay in there. Somewhere between 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of clay. And then the rest is the base, of course. He's got some weight to him though. Not those pounds. For grams. Let's see. Or wait, let's see. Ounces, grams, kilograms. This lunch break, I just opened up a few, turned off the live DJ one. Now it's just 3 people talking all at once. Oh no. 1.2 kilograms. 42 ounces, 42.7 ounces. What is that? What? Oh, it's grams. Okay. Yeah, he weighs less than I thought he was going to, which is not a bad thing. Why won't this turn off? There we go. I figured it out. All right, I'm gonna set him down and stop messing with him so we can make sure that silicone dries, you know? Okay, all right, let's do the things, shall we? Let's do that. This came out so great. Thank you, Atomic. I'm really happy with him. I think he's taken the top spot on my projects. And that's saying something because some of these projects I really love. I really like my Korok, my Creepy Candles, my Mandrake, of course my Christmas Jack. The little pumpkin, he'll always be something cool because he was like my first YouTube video. He's pretty simple, but I had fun with him. And then of course my real monsters, those were fun. And we'll add real monsters to the trio. Get that done. And that's our next project. So huge thank you to you guys for the turnout today and all the support on the stream. And just thank you guys for being excited about the project with me and joining me for the journey. It's been a huge undertaking, you know, from what I normally do to really pushing myself and trying something new and stepping outside my comfort zone. And I'm really, really happy that I didn't let intimidation cause me to back out of the idea, you know? All that work paid off. Thanks, Dragon. Thank you, man. Drown it? Wait, what? Oh, how do I turn it off? Drown it. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's pull this up here. We're going to go say hello to Andy Mecca, who is live.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
You as well, Grin. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. If you want to see some more sculpting, if you're not familiar with Andy Mecca, fantastic streamer. Part of the reason why I'm even streaming on Twitch to begin with. He really inspired me to do so and make the move from YouTube to Twitch. So, not that I've left YouTube entirely, but you know what I mean. Have a great rest of your day. You too, man. You too. Brilliant execution, mad respect. Thanks, Line. Thank you, man. And thank you for the resub, dude. And speaking of, let's pop over here. Let the credits roll. I got some thank yous. And then get raid calls out and we'll go say hello to Andy. Starting off, let's see. Man, I had to really scroll down here today. Acid Rose, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. Lion Craftery with the 2-month resub. Thank you so much, buddy. Bruce coming in with a raid and all the raiders. Thank you guys. Bruce and Brooke, thank you guys for all the support and all the love. I really do appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. And thank you for bringing your viewers along and your community along to hang out with us today. Thank you for that. Truly appreciate it. And then Menchie went crazy with gifted subs today. Gifting a sub to Red Ticket, Hugh, and Stevie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Menchie. I appreciate it. Hello. Hi, Hugh. And then Stevie with the 100 bits. Thank you, Stevie. I appreciate it. And thank each and every one of you, like I said, that have joined me throughout this process and this project from start 11 weeks ago, apparently, to finish today. And thank you for understanding on the days that I've had to take off. Hopefully we can minimize those moving forward. I'll do my best. But just know that I'll be back as soon as possible when those times come up. So thank you guys for everything. Let me get the raid calls out. Non-subs, there's a raid call for you. And subs, there's one for you. No problem. Tries to lure Jeb away with popcorn. You don't be stealing my Jerboa, Stevie. All right, raid calls ready. We're gonna go say hello to Andy Mecca. Once we get over there, be sure to throw those raid calls in the chat. Make some noise. Say hello. And let me cue this up. There he is. And there we go. All right, Raiders, get ready. Get those raid calls ready to go. I will see you over at Andy Mecca's channel. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday and a wonderful and safe weekend. I will be back at it. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted in Discord. If not Monday, it'll be Tuesday, all right? Just kind of depends on how my appointment Monday morning goes. But I will plan on Monday morning to start our next sculpt, which will be Oblina from Nickelodeon's 90s Nicktoon Real Monsters, to complete the trio with Ickis and Crumb. Guys, thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you over at Andy's stream. But again, thank you for everything. And lurkers, thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the lurks. Appreciate your support. Guys, take care. Have fun. I'll see you on the other side. Later, guys.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
I love that thing. Bye, Jazzy. All right, 3, 2, 1. See you guys later.